Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of my video podcast. Um, I'm gotten now to where I'm at January of 2024, and 2024 was actually a jam-packed year of things involved with the ICOC. And so I'm going to have to tell parts of it in stories because I don't want everybody to get confused by the amount of stuff that there is. But I'll start out in January 2024. I was attending the Fayetteville church, and one of the leaders reached out to me and asked me if I could go get lunch with him, and I did. And at that lunch, he asked me what my intentions were with the church. And I told him that I wanted to ingrain myself within a community of believers. And he said that that sounds great, and he asked what I thought of my ex-wife attending the church. I told him that I'm always for somebody attending church, but if she's not there for the right reasons, then I really didn't want her there because of there's just too much that happened, and I felt like she had at times used the church against me, and so I just didn't want her there if she wasn't there for the right reasons. So about a week later, I was talking, we had a biblical parenting class, and at that parenting class, me and my ex talked, and she told me that she would be willing to consider going to mediation, and she wanted me to be able to have more time with Zoe and have week on, week off custody. And so that thrilled me. I was so happy about that. And that was my favorite part of January of that year. And so after that, she actually stopped coming shortly after that. And I continued to go to the church. And then in February is whenever I decided I wanted to get back into clinical medicine. And so during February, I sent off my medical license application and started applying for jobs. And in March, I ended up getting a job with wound care, and I had the job secured, but I was just waiting on my license. And so over the next few months, I waited, and then in May of that year is when we actually were able to sit down with a mediator, me and my ex-wife, and draw up our custody agreement instead of going to trial. And that custody agreement gave us joint custody where we have equal share in decision-making process. And I get them every other week for 7 days. So we share parenting time and decision-making. And so I was really happy after that was done. And then in June, I was starting to get frustrated because my medical license still wasn't approved. But and at the same time, I was also kind of still felt like I was being treated like an outsider at the church, like I was just visiting. And even though I'd been through the Bible series, I'd repented, I'd been baptized, and done all of that when I was like 16 years old. And they still didn't want to accept me, I could tell. And so I asked to do Bible study. And that was started in June. And at the very beginning, I was very in touch with the sins that I'd had struggles with, and I voiced them. And then over the next few weeks, I worked on repenting. And then actually about 2 weeks after we started the series, all of a sudden my medical license got approved. And that was when as soon as it was approved, the company that I'd signed a contract with contacted me and wanted me to start right away. And so in July, I started with the wound care company. And I'll stop this video right there because the next bit gets a bit chaotic, and I'm gonna have to probably tell it from different perspectives to help y'all understand the big picture. But thanks for listening, and I look forward to discussing more.